The next design is workshop, and the width is 5, the height is 5, resolution 300, orientation this, color mode this. For this, we're going to use downloaded background. You can just check on Pinterest for background that you can use and do your work easily. And we'll be using this. We just drag it to our Photoshop. And let's see what we can do this background. We have this background, this image, this image, this image, and we'll come up with the wording for the conference or the workshop. Maybe we can just adjust it here. Just adjust it to get rid of that bottom lines. We have our background ready, and sometimes it's not advisable that you come up. It's not really for anybody that you gotta get inspiration on a particular area. Once you want to design something out of a blue sky, right? You got most of the design somebody will come up with to you with that something maybe they have done before or they want something new for it. So you first of all, before you design, you have to do research on your design. And we want to design something. Let's say we check up the internet. So I check on Pinterest for workshop design. Let's say instead of workshop, let's say conference. It's not to copy other people's design. You come in to see how other people did a particular design that you want to do, or how people arrange their text, how people use, which one of the text they use, and what they did, what they did not do, and everything that's necessary. So you are coming to do research to be able to do your own design. You can look at this design, you can look at this design, you can look at multiple other design on Pinterest can inspire you to say, oh yes, let me arrange my phone the way they did on this design, or let me let me think about something like this. Let me arrange my picture like this, or let me arrange my phone like this. So you come here to get inspired from other creatives, other designers. Okay, you can just if you have your idea out of the blue sky, you can do it, apply it, or you come here to get inspired, right? And this is us, and we come up with a design because I already have the design idea in my head, and we just come and for here we use central gothic. If you don't have most of text, we use central gothic. Let's say we're talking about women women conference. Uh, let's say business instead of, and we want to first of all, let's just the part that come in your head as a designer, you just do it first so that it get off your head and you can find where to place another thing. So I get my work business and I want to say conference. I want to put spell out my conference out like this, and I can just change it to white and center this. And now I can set up my picture area I have 4 pages I'm using. Now, I have 4 pages I'm using. I have to make sure everything fit nicely for the speakers, the various speakers, and I just want to like this background. Okay, so I get one business conference here. This is the alignment. This is the symmetrical alignment I'm doing for this entire work. Even if I'm putting a particular logo in, even if I'm using a logo, let's say MTM doing this event, I can just measure its center and I can say, I can put that here and say, uh, as I said, they don't have to be big enough. The more smaller things are for more visible is it give that relevance to the more bigger things or the more important things. I want to color overlay that particular text to white, so I can just come to the blending mode and color overlay to white. The loose cell MTM very big. That means I got Lucida Cell MTM fighting against the conference or the World Business Conference. So because Lucida Cell MTM is visible for the small, the World Businesses Conference now has more screen on the flyer. You understand from this angle, right? World Businesses has more screen on the flyer because this one is small. In conference, have more screen on the flyer because this one is small. And now I can just insert my images. I have to click on the rectangle that I want to put that particular image in so that the image appear right on top of it for clipping marks. And I select the first rectangle, this is it, and I come to the file manager, select this image, place it on top, do adjustment, and I can now say OK, clip mask by right clicking, come to create clipping marks where you say create clipping marks down here, and I can do the final adjustment inside to something like this. And I can do it for the next picture and add this. But let me do one main one. And I can add this one, reduce it, create clipping marks, and do my adjustment. And that's okay. I add mail now. Do my just create clipping marks, and I can do my font adjustment. This I can as female. and I can say okay, create my clipping marks. And now we have this. So what next? The next thing is a little bit information about the conference and the location, time, and date. That's all. That's all. You don't need much of a thing. You don't need much again. Better still, you can just do a little adjustment by carrying this one up a little bit to give space, and we can adjust the image up a little bit. Even if you want to add the people names, you can just use the rectangle tool and draw your rectangle over here and do your adjustment. Yeah, and reduce the opacity a little bit, and you can move it to the next person. You can move it to the next person. With this, you can use multiple colors if you want. Okay, and maybe if you want, you can use blue here, this blue here. But maybe not blue because it has to be corresponding or continuity. Okay. No, I think the white is okay. Okay. And we can add a bit of information about the event here, and can have the catalog. Okay. As you can see, the the text aren't big enough to follow place on the flyer because all the professional flyers you see, you're not see big text, especially for paragraphs. Paragraphs aren't big, you know. And next, we can just add our location, time, and date here and here. Let's say when I want to reduce it like that, we just do this. And also make sure that once you set this guideline, if you're not professional as a yet, if you not understand the guideline yet, you can just for me, I can just notice it yeah, because of how I just arrange everything. But if you're not professional yet, make sure you use your guideline so that like you see here, this rectangle, it shouldn't be outside. Even if you try to be outside, it shouldn't be outside. It shouldn't be too inside. And you can just do this. And you can add a little longer paragraph here, maybe for special contact. But make sure you use letter font and change the appearance, so use five. Okay. Okay. And now we have a fully branded conference flyer with this and this. We just add the location here. We add venue here. We add date, everything here. So we add date and time here. We add uh location and contact number here. Finish. The flyer done. Okay, let's do that shortly. Let's do that. And we want to add a date and time, right? That's what we want to make this and we'll add date and time. Okay, we gotta change the color to this green and make it bold. So say Saturday, July 2nd, 2025. And make sure this is bold enough, black bold, and don't forget the same space on the left should be the same almost space on the right. And you can add Saturday here, and you can add at 10 a.m. here. You don't have to be a professional designer before doing all this. You can just think outside your own mindset. Think about how other professional designer would do it. Then since you will not be able to fit in that thinking capacity for other people, so other people think about it the same way I said this before. Like you see this, if other people put the time, Sunday, and then the location right here. It's the same format. You can just think about how other people do it. They like you see this person, the person did it like this, and then think about since you can think about do research on the design, find out how other place their their front on their design. Like you see this other person, you see the other person, see this other person. Everybody have their own design style of placing things on their design. And now you can just add your location. You wanna use something a little bit like this. And as a concordant. MTN are global stuff, so we want to make it more global. and we want to add telephone number. And we want to make this a little bigger. Okay, with this, we can just try to balance it a little bit. Okay, now if you wish to add maybe zoom or any other small information down here, you can just add it there. And you can just add the speaker's names here if you want the name and the position. It don't have to be anything big. You just add their name, their position, or their last name, and anything you wish to add. Then you can just add it. It could be something like this. So the title could be here, or the first name could be up, the last name be down, and their position could be down here, or it could maybe something down here. So this is how it is. Any question?